Hi beauties, so today we're gonna do a Vancouver natural look. Yeah, you got it. So I'm gonna start with my Eyeshadow Essential Energy Moisturizer. I love this moisturizer. I am going to really use this as my base and moisturize my skin. And if you've watched my videos, I am like a fanatic when it comes to my skin. So I'm gonna really take my time and massage. I love this product. Oh my gosh, if you haven't used it, oh my gosh, it's like to die for. It's my favorite. Rosehip oil is like a spa oil, but I use it as kind of a base. It gives me such a great glow and a great hydration. I love this product. So I'm gonna really massage this to my skin. Again, I love taking my time with my skin to kind of create a great canvas before I use my foundation. And now I'm gonna use my Physician Formula foundation. Squirt that on my cheeks, and then I'm going to spread it with my kabuki brush all over. When I use foundation, I like to use a tint of foundation so that you can see my skin underneath. I don't really like on an everyday kind of a look. I don't go for a heavy coverage. I go for a very light coverage where you can see my skin and kind of even out my skin tone with my foundation. For my concealer, I'm using the Marc Jacob Stick Concealer, and I'm going to create those mini triangles right under my eyes, just like so. And if you notice, I'm not going all over underneath my eye. I'm creating a triangle, half a triangle under my eye, and then on the outer edge of my eye. And then, yeah, I'm going to take it a little bit lower on my, close to my nose, on the bridge of my nose. Now I'm going to use it as a highlighter as well. My forehead, just like a tree, and my chin and Cupid's bow. There you have it. So I like to use my blending, my sponge beauty blender. So I have actually damped my beauty blender. I don't like to use my beauty blender dry when I'm when I'm using it for my concealer. I have damped it, so it's damp with water, and that's going to give me a really good, it's going to really blend the concealer to my foundation, and it's going to give me like that really nice natural look as well. So my concealer is not sitting on top of my foundation, rather it's getting blended with my foundation. So I prefer and I recommend damping your beauty blender and using it that way. Again, there's no right or wrong. If you want to use it dry, you can as well. All right, time for the powder. I'm using the Peach Powder by Too Faced. Okay, I love this powder because it is really soft, not cakey at all. So I'm gonna just put a hint of it with my brush just to kind of set my foundation and my concealer, and voila. So I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury bronze and highlighter, and I'm using my bigger bronzing brush to kind of apply that bronzer on my cheeks. It just gives me a really nice suntan look before applying it and contouring my cheeks. And it's going to give me some color as well. I love this. I love this highlight and bronzer by Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to put a bit on my forehead as well, just as a kind of like I give myself a suntan type of a look. So I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin bronzer, the dusk medium, and I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury bronzing contouring brush to contour my cheeks. So I'm going under my cheekbones from over, if you notice, I'm going from over the top of my ear, and then I'm making circular motions, and I'm bringing it lower towards half of my cheekbones. So I'm not going all the way towards my mouth. I'm kind of stopping right in the middle of my cheeks, and now I'm taking it all over to the edge of my hair, my hairlines, and I'm taking it all over my forehead, down underneath my jaw and my neck, blending it all so that it kind of matches my neck as well. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, circular motions again, under my cheekbones, taking my hair out of the way, going up close to the edge of my hairline, over my forehead like a C, so I'm creating that C. And I'm going to bring it down towards my jaw and my neck, blending it all over. And voila. There you have it. So I'm going to take my bronzing, highlight and bronzing palette again by Charlotte. And I'm going to take a smaller puffer brush. And I'm going to apply the bronzer on my nose, the bridge of my nose, to kind of shadow my nose. So I'm going on top, so on the bridges of my nose, just on the edge, and I'm creating that nice line, or I'm shadowing. Just a little bit on the tip of my nose, underneath the tip of my nose. And that. So now I'm using the NARS highlighter, and I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury contouring brush again, and I'm going to go over my cheekbones, right over the bronzer that I've applied. I'm going to go over that, so over my cheekbones, and under my cheekbones I have the high ash, the shade. Over my cheekbones will be the highlighter. Again, over my cheekbones are the highlighter, and underneath the cheekbones are going to be your contours. I'm going to also apply that on the top and bridge of my nose. So highlight on the cupid's bow, my chin, and a little over my forehead, like the T-zone. Alright, so now my highlight and contour is done. We're going to move on to the eyes. I'm using my Shiseido palette, the powder palette. So I'm using the angled brush, and I like to damp my angled brush with water first, and then kind of apply my shadow, my eyebrow shadow on top on my eyebrows. It just gives me a good base and also holds the shadow a lot better on my eyebrows. And I like to kind of contour. See, I go from the bottom, I create that nice line underneath. It's kind of you want it to be a bit sharper, just a little, and then we're gonna soften it with a brush later on. And now I'm gonna put the shadow, the lighter shadow, the brown shadow. I'm using the dark brown shadow on my eyebrow, by the way, and I'm gonna go to the outer corner of my eyebrow, and I'm gonna really make sure that that's all filled in, and voila. Now I'm going to use this brush, and we're going to soften up the eyebrow, and we're going to make sure that that line that we created are softened. So once you start brushing, it's going to soften up the eyebrow. Alright, so let's get into the eyes. I'm using my Too Faced White Peach palette. The first color that I'm using is kind of a glittery type of a pinky color, and it's called Glistening Peach. I'm using my finger to apply this kind of a glittery type of a eyeshadow on my eyelid. I'm only focusing on my eyelid, and I'm going to pack some on my eyelid and on the other one as well. With this type of color, I like to use my fingers because it has a little bit of a glitter, and it just makes it stick to my eyelid a lot better. Alright, so by the way, offhand, I got my other eyebrow done off camera, in case you're wondering. Okay, so the next color that we're going to get into is called, I'm using my fluffy brush with that, and it's called the Sweet Fig. It's called Sweet Fig, and I'm using my fluffy brush to apply that right underneath my eyebrow bone, and then I'm kind of fluffing it right over my eyebrow bone as well. So I'm first focusing on the outer edge, and then I'm kind of applying it underneath my eyebrow bone, and then a little bit over. So again, outer edge, underneath my eyebrow bone, bringing it inwards, and then kind of brushing it over the eyebrow bone, just to kind of blending it out so that it just looks a lot more softer. Okay, so let's talk about the brush, the way that I'm holding the brush. If you notice, I'm holding the brush away from the bristles, all the way close to the tip of the brush, outer tip of the brush at the end. That way, if you hold the brush, it allows you to have more control when you're applying your eyeshadow instead of holding it super close to the bristles. Okay, so with a fluffy brush, I'm gonna take my peach cream color from the same palette and I'm gonna apply it over my eyebrow bone and underneath my eyebrow, which is my eyebrow bone, and you're gonna apply that right over. This is gonna give you that little bit of that lifting effect because this color is just gorgeous. I like the peachy creamy colors because it just highlights, and obviously it's gonna give you that nice lifting color. Also, it's gonna blend your eyeshadow really well together because it's a neutral color. Okay, so I'm gonna use a finer brush and I'm using the Sweet Fig color, and I'm gonna apply it underneath my lower lashes. I'm gonna brush it from outer edge of my eye, and I'm gonna bring it in towards the inner corner of my eye. I'm not gonna go all the way, I'm just brushing it. It's gonna allow and contour my eye, my eyes, so it's gonna just make it look beautiful, your entire look, and it just kind of pretty much finishes the look as well. So here I'm using my YSL mascara, and I'm just gonna apply that. I love this mascara. The only thing I don't like is that it smudges quite a lot. That's the downside, but other than that, it's a pretty good mascara. Voila, my eyes are done. All right, so I'm using the Lorac pencil lip liner. This color reminds me very much of a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, the Pillow Talk. This color is a little bit more, it has more color than Pillow Talk, but I love this color. It's just very neutral, and it's like my go-to everyday type of a lip liner. I can't live without lip liners, by the way. I'm gonna apply that all over, outline my lips a little. And voila. So for my lipstick, I'm using the Bitch Perfect by Charlotte Tilbury. It's a beautiful neutral color. I love this color for an everyday, and I'm gonna apply that all over, and it meshes and goes very well with the lip pencil that I applied earlier. Apply a little bit more. I love this color. You can probably tell how much I like this color. Okay, so my lips are done. Now we're gonna go on to the last step, which are gonna be my cheeks. So for my cheeks, I'm using the Laura Mercier blush, and it's kind of a pinky color, and I'm gonna apply it with my Charlotte Tilbury brush. You can use obviously any kind of color, blush color that you have. You don't have to use Laura Mercier. I just happen to have the Laura Mercier one, and I love this kind of fuchsia color. And if you notice that motion that I showed you, you want to go into that circular motion. You want to apply it from the cheeks all the way up over your cheekbones. Okay, so from the center of your cheeks, which are the apples of your cheeks, and moving upwards. Okay, in circular motion. And voila. Alright beauties, this is the final look and product. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will see all of you beauties in the next video.